The first ever mounted triangle choke in a barber shop. Bro, tell me exactly what happened. How did this go down? Walk us through it.
Back in August last year, I was visiting a friend at his barber shop. We were having lunch in his car when we were joined by one of his so-called friends who had a bit of a merry morning and afternoon, shall we say. And straight away, he grabbed my friend from behind. He doesn't know jiu-jitsu or anything like that, but he's a pretty strong guy. So he 2-on-1 the arm, took him off, shrugged it off, laughed it off. Did the same to me, the guy. I shrugged it off, laughed it off, but he decided to bite my ear. I'm quite a reserved person, I like to think. I know what I'm capable of. So I laughed it off. I got out of the car and I went to go to use the toilet in the barbers, my friend's barbers. When I came out of the toilet, he was in front of the door, the same guy. Now this time he was kicking and punching. So this time I was thinking to myself, well, I wasn't thinking to myself, I felt that I had to defend myself. We came from round where the counter was and he was kicking and punching and I caught one of his kicks and I took him down. Straight into full mount. And you can see in the top of the video, I chose my time to pin his right hand down. And I pinned the right hand down, exactly. Throw the leg over, exactly, roll over to my back, lock at the triangle. And he tapped. Rather than go to sleep, he tapped. Yeah.
Yo, he wasn't that drunk if he knew how to tap. I'll tell you that right now. And then at that point, talk to me what he's saying. What are you doing? We can't hear any audio. So talk us through it.
After that, you see me push him off me. I go and walk out the barbers. It was quite a hot day. And I was obviously, quite heated up. I'm gonna walk out the barbers around the corner and exactly the same thing happened again. He's kicking punches, kicking. I caught his kick again, took him down, did exactly the same thing. I don't want to say what he does, but he's trained in his own right. Don't want to say too much, but he's got background experience as well. So maybe it was an ego thing. At that point, I'm not gonna lie, I did get a bit frustrated with the whole situation. And I said, you know what, let's just sort it out. Let's straighten it out if you wanted, Luckily, he saw sense and we went our separate ways. And that was the end of the story.
This is crazy, bro. Yeah, so it sounds like he was somewhat of an acquaintance. Like he knew your friend, but he was drunk. So he was just having his way with you guys. Did it cross your mind to hit him? Or were you like, no, I don't got to punch him at all because I have control of the situation. He doesn't know what he's doing. What was your mindset in that mount control when you first took him down?
I mean, it always crosses your mind, doesn't it? You always know that you could do it, but it's not necessary. If it was necessary, then maybe I would have,
If you didn't know jiu-jitsu and you mounted on him, you might have punched his face into the ground several times because you didn't have the confidence to stay in control without the strikes. Would you say that's fair?
Definitely. If I did not have jiu-jitsu, I would have more than likely panicked, lost position, freaked out about him trying to get me off him. And, just probably, started a real fight, a proper fight, fist fight,
What I love when you first kind of messaged me about this incident, you showed a very high level of restraint, and it's like, especially with your jiu-jitsu ability, you could take action much sooner and you just held off as long as you possibly could until it got to the point where, like I said, you couldn't get out of the barbershop because he started to attack you and kicking and punching and cornering you. And then you had him in the triangle choke, you squeezed, and when he tapped, you respected the tap. In a street fight, you have a choice if you want to let go and they tap or not. In the gym, you don't have a choice. I'm just proud of the restraint that you showed. I'm proud of the control in terms of taking him down and not having to pummel his face into the bloody pulp when you could have. That's my favorite part of stories like this. And it's amazing how the more jiu-jitsu someone knows, the less violent they become in a physical altercation. It's just amazing. So I appreciate you. We're lucky to have you on the team. Thanks for reaching out. And as a token of my appreciation for your team jiu-jitsu contribution here, I want to give you full access to the 32 principles of jiu-jitsu, the full course. I know you're going to put it to good use out there.
I am, thank you.
Jiu-jitsu training. And all I ask is that once you review the material, you send me your feedback and let me know what you think. I think it's certainly the most impactful course my brother and I have ever created for jiu-jitsu. And it's making quite a storm in BJJ right now. And we can't wait to get your feedback. So learn the principles, put them to use, and we'll see how it goes from there. And I can't wait to share the mat with you one day if you make it out here to California.
Oh, amazing. I would definitely love to do that. Definitely. That's the dream. That is the
Hey,
dream.
we're gonna make it happen, my man. Nice talking to you. Look forward to seeing you on the mat one day, and I appreciate the feedback.
Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Can I just say a shout out to 2 people? Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Just say a shout out to my friends, to my group, OTFB Bikers, and to my coach, Valmir Neto, Checkmat BJJ. Thank you very much.
Man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Shayun.
Take care of yourself.
Now what's gonna happen is there's gonna be monsters being made. So when they say the game is evolving, the game is evolving.
When you have the recipe, it makes our life easier.
Hino and Henner, they put the principles in a way that anyone can understand.
This is the first time in history that someone dedicated their time to develop this course based on principles.
The 32 principles are the fundamental building blocks of all martial arts.
This is something I highly recommend. Make sure you get your hands on it. It's going to make your journey much easier.
It doesn't matter what your goal is, the 32 principles for sure will help you in your journey.
Os princípios do Jiu-Jitsu me salvou várias vezes no MMA.
Once you learn the 32 principle, everything in Jiu-Jitsu will make more sense for you. I'm positive you're going to level up your Jiu-Jitsu.